Tonight, many Coloradans are questioning the Trump administration's list of so-called sanctuary jurisdictions. Good evening, I'm Jennifer Meckles.
And I'm Kyle Clark. So that list basically puts cities, counties, states on notice that they could face retaliation for not assisting the federal government with immigration enforcement. When the list came out last night, it included 41 counties and 15 cities in Colorado, even places where local Republican leaders have been vocally in support of Trump's immigration policies. Well, now that list's slowly getting cleaned up as one by one municipal leaders lobby to be removed. 9 News reporter Amanda Gilbert spoke with some of those leaders.
There are a lot of lists on the internet, but this was one Commissioner Scott James did not expect Weld County to be on.
We don't know by which metric they put us there. And so, yeah, it was a surprise to us and, quite frankly, some of my constituents.
A quick scroll to Colorado under Homeland Security sanctuary jurisdictions defying federal immigration law. You'll notice a lot of counties and cities.
But there was definitely a mistake made.
Otero County Commissioner Tim Nabinchu was just as surprised.
Constituents started calling us and saying, what's going on? We thought we weren't a sanctuary county.
Weld County reached out to their Republican representatives.
We were immediately in contact with Congresswoman Boebert and Congressman Evans' office. They worked throughout the evening into this morning to work apparently with their contacts at the Department of Homeland Security, and we were rightfully taken off that list.
2 bigger counties that were changed have a little more pull, I guess, but we're working on our side of it as well.
Under an executive order that President Trump signed, so-called sanctuary cities and counties could have their federal funding cut.
Otero is a small county, a little less than 18,000 population. We don't have a huge budget, first of all. We just didn't feel as a county that was one of the things we wanted to put money to be listed as a sanctuary county.
That was Amanda Gilbert reporting. The list errors went beyond classifying Trump-supporting counties as immigration sanctuaries. There were spelling errors, there were cities listed as counties, and vice versa. The Trump administration has not explained why this list was such a mess, considering the high stakes for these places being targeted for punishment.
Colorado has entered a warming trend as of today, but not before one last round of storms got in. This was a gloomy look at CSU's campus around 7 o'clock tonight. Looking a little nicer closer to the metro, like in Boulder, where we got a moment of zen this evening thanks to Sky 9. Corey, are you calm? Are you zenned?
I am zenned out. I'm pretty much always zenned out.
You are pretty chill.
You know, that's what I'm saying. We are watching the rain showers start to dissipate across the Front Range. One last shower up here to the west of Fort Collins. Tomorrow is going to be a very similar day where we'll have lots of sunshine, warm temperatures, and then a few afternoon showers across the area with just limited chances to catch some rain. Here's the temperatures. Really comfortable night here in downtown Denver. 68 degrees at 9 News, 63 degrees out at Denver International Airport. Here's your day tomorrow. Lots of sunshine early, getting those temperatures up to about 80. There will be some showers in the area here later on tomorrow evening, but only a limited chance to actually catch some of those. Warm day on Sunday as well with afternoon thunderstorms once again. Our next widespread large-scale storm system coming in on Monday and Tuesday. That could lead to some severe weather, and we're also watching for some very rapidly elevated snow melt happening on Monday and Tuesday. Those will be some things that we'll talk about in the full forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
Thanks, Corey. A man accused of assaulting a waitress at a bar in Golden has now been formally charged. The DA has charged Brandon Montano with kidnapping, assault, menacing, false imprisonment. Jefferson County Sheriff's Office arrested the 30-year-old on May 21st at the Rock Rest Lodge. They say he tricked a server into going into a bathroom, tried to choke her, threatened her with a gun. She told police that she managed to fight him off. Now Montano's due back in court on June 18th.
My Pillow guy Mike Lindell goes on trial Monday in Denver. It is a defamation case for Lindell's claims that a Colorado-based voting system company and one of its employees rigged the 2020 presidential election. Lindell was served with this lawsuit 3 years ago as he was speaking at an election deniers rally at the state capitol. He's accused of spreading false and defamatory election rigging claims about a man named Eric Coomer, former Dominion Voting Systems executive. Trials in federal court. There will be a jury of 8 seated Monday morning. Coomer is expected to take the stand right away. PBS is now suing the Trump administration over President Trump's threat to pull funding because of programming he doesn't like. PBS claims Trump's executive order violates the First Amendment and the right to free speech. The lawsuit asks the court to block the defunding from taking effect. PBS filed this lawsuit just 3 days after NPR filed a similar one featuring 3 of its affiliates in Colorado. Trump has repeatedly targeted public media for perceived bias, charging that NPR and PBS are unfair to Republicans. PBS denied that in its lawsuit today.
Democratic Governor Jared Polis wants to build a $20 million pedestrian bridge on the front lawn of the Capitol. Problem is, we can't find anybody else who supports that plan who's not getting paid to promote it. The bridge would go from the Capitol to Lincoln Veterans Memorial Park, designed by an out-of-state firm, would be paid for with a mix of public and private dollars. Polis's office says this bridge would improve pedestrian access. It would celebrate Colorado history. It'd be more handicap accessible. But again, the question we asked was, who else wants this? Because even members of his own party question the usefulness.
Who do we think is going to use this? Because I don't see a lot of people who are crossing Lincoln, for instance. It happens, and sometimes you see school buses, but it seems like a really low volume for the magnitude of project that we're talking about.
We did try to talk to the governor about this plan. His office told us he was traveling, couldn't do it. We also asked Denver Mayor Mike Johnston's office what they thought about this project. They sent us a statement. It did not give an answer.
Denver Water is working to clean up a mess in Edgewater right now. This could take a while. This afternoon, water line broke on Sheridan near 17th. It caused flooding, which made the asphalt buckle. All lanes of Sheridan are currently shut down between 17th and 20th while crews work on that problem. Closure has significantly slowed down traffic in the area. Earlier tonight, Denver Water was estimating it could take 10 hours to get the road open again. Getting to and from the airport could be a pain in the posterior overnight. There is a paving project on Pena Boulevard. From 11 tonight through 6 in the morning, paving repairs will take place near the East Terminal. So drivers will have to get off on Newcastle Street, I don't even know what that is, and 78th Avenue. This is just the start of the project. There will be construction and detours through the end of June.
At DIA, they're getting new train cars, adding 19 cars to an order they already made last year for 26. The price tag for both, a combined $145 million. Some of these new cars will replace the old ones. The airport says it's all about expanding their capacity. They expect more people are going to fly through in the future. Step aside Blucifer, step aside Blue Bear. There's a new giant animal art sculpture in town, and it needs a new name. A 30-foot rhino sculpture was installed recently in Rhino, of course, 29th and Arkansas Court. You can even climb it. You can pitch a name for the rhino through next Thursday. Oh, Kyle's wheels are already turning. You can go to the website right there on your screen. They'll have a finalist list put out, and then the public will get a chance to vote on the favorites. The winning name will be announced June 12th. What you got?
Pokey the rhino. It's solid.
And you can keep working on it.
All right.
Some new artwork now graces the walls of a West Metro fire station, all thanks to one of their own. Firefighter paramedic Jake Onstott created this mural, which just so happens to be located in the city of Lakewood's Art District. The artwork shows a few of the landmarks that the firefighters who work at that very station are responsible for protecting, like Casa Bonita.
It was a peaceful day at the park. Then things got interrupted by a driver trying to get away from police.
DPD says a person who was just trying to handle some personal bathroom business got caught in the middle of all this. Here's 9 News reporter Colton Chavez.
We come here pretty consistently.
For some, stopping by Benedict Fountain Park in Denver is part of their daily business.
Multiple times a day for 4 years, so it adds up like a few thousand.
Kaylee Severini has been coming here with her dog Ziggy for the past 4 years.
There's a sign up there that says like no dogs off leash, and people leave their dogs off leash 24/7.
But it's not runaway dogs,
But honestly, we'll probably not be back anytime soon to this park.
but something you can't put a leash on that's keeping her away.
It was just volleyball at the park yesterday. Pretty average day, 2 volleyball nets set up, a lot of people playing. She was going to the bathroom and I looked up and saw all of the volleyball people just like running towards this direction.
That's when Denver police say a driver speeding away from a traffic stop hopped the curb on Pennsylvania and drove right through the park.
I definitely just saw like the front of the car, like the headlights coming at me. I like picked her up. That was like the #1 instinct, was just like throw her over my shoulder and run.
While Kaylee and her dog got out of the way, one person wasn't as lucky. They were inside a porta potty when the car slammed into it. They walked away with only minor injuries. Now, the Denver Police Department didn't give a whole lot of detail about what part of the porta potty the driver hit. But if I were to take a squat for you, it appears the back end of this looks caved in. Kaylee says she's taking her business elsewhere.
We will find a different park that a car has not come through yet.
But if she does come back, she says she will use this story as a way to remind people to keep their dogs close by and on leash.
Like a car went through, like not only is it not an off-leash park, but also like not the safest park either, apparently. So.
In Denver, Colton Chavez, 9 News.
Denver police are still looking for the driver. If you have any information, they would like you to call them.